Hello, this is Ben with iPhone. Today we're going to cover using an RY-3DL selective door release relay with the IE-2AD answering station. The reason we pair these together is that the IE-2AD supports two door stations, but only has a single door release output. The RY-3DL solves this problem by using the talk path from the door stations to trigger the proper relay. We'll be showing both wiring and operation. As always, take precautions when working with low voltage electronic devices. Remove power from the stations while touching the wiring or internal components. To access the wires on the IE-2AD, turn it over. Let's go over the wiring here. The L terminals at the top are a normally open, dry door release contact. We've already pre-wired the door stations to the IE-2AD. Door 1 connects to D1 and E1, door 2 connects to D2 and E2. The power supply is already plugged in on positive and negative. Note that while the IE-2AD can run on AC or DC power, the RY-3DL requires a DC power supply to work, and it also needs to share the same power supply as the IE-2AD. Both of these stations can run on anywhere between 12 and 24 volts DC. On the IE-2AD, we need to connect the two L terminals, D1, E1, D2, E2, and the power to the RY-3DL. Once we have all that wired in, we can move over to the RY-3DL. To access the wiring terminals, we need to loosen the screw that holds the cover in place. Take care in opening the RY-3DL, since the two halves are connected by a bundle of wires. The L terminals from the IE-2AD connect to L and E on the RY-3DL. Since these are non-polar, it does not matter which connects to which. D1 connects to D1, D2 connects to D2, positive to positive, and negative to negative. Where it gets a little more complicated is that E1 and E2 from the IE-2AD also connect to E on the RY-3DL, which means there will be a total of 3 wires under the terminal. Now we can connect our door release devices to the RY-3DL. The relay provides 3 outputs, though only 2 are available since the IE stations only support 2 door stations. The terminals are labeled L1, C1, and L1 with a line over it for door 1, and L2, C2, and L2 with a line over it for door 2. For a normally open dry contact, use L without the line and C for common. For normally closed, use C for common and L with the line over it. In our case, we'll be wiring for normally open, using this door strike for door 1 and this light for door 2. Once everything is connected, we can close the stations back up and see it in action. I can hit the call button on door 1 and the station rings. I pick up the handset and hold down the key button to activate the strike. When I answer a call from door 2 and hit the key button, the RY-3DL activates the light instead. Note that these are momentary contacts, so they will only stay closed as long as the button is pressed. If you need them to stay unlocked for a fixed period of time, you would want to integrate them with an access control system or third-party timer relay. Also, none of these procedures or wiring for the RY-3DL change if you add any IEH-1CD substations to the system. They will still connect back to the IE-2AD as normal, and then they can piggyback off of its wiring to activate the RY-3DL. For more information on this and other systems, check out the links to the iPhone Technical Knowledge Base and other resources in the video description below. And thank you for watching.